Hi, this is Mark Pritchard again with the final installment, at least for now, of this set of tutorials on getting started with CloudBees and Eclipse. And what I'd like to do now is to show you how we can do the same thing we just did in the previous recording, where we were using Maven profiles and CloudBees environments to run different flavors of our application. There we were deploying the application locally using the CloudBees Maven plugin, but now we want to do all that in the cloud through the CloudBees PaaS platform. So I've got my application here. Let's go over to the CloudBees Forge repository. I need to create a new Git repository in the cloud. So I'm just going to call this one MP tutorial, and this should all be very familiar to you now, I think. I'll just leave that description blank. And there's my new repository, and of course I need to get that link here. What we'll do now is go straight into Jenkins, and I'll show you how to set up the Jenkins integration directly here. So I'm going to use exactly the same name just to keep myself sane. There we are, and I'm going to build this as a Maven project because that's what it is. So now let's just give it a usual description. So I'll just call Jenkins CI build for MP tutorial project. That'll do. And of course the important thing here is that I want to make sure that this is all triggered off an update pushed to the Cloud Git repository. There we are, and you can see that happens. Build when a change is pushed to the CloudBees Forge. So I'll save that, and that's all ready for me now. You remember with the earlier demo I did the same thing from the Eclipse environment using the CloudBees plugin there. So that's the two different ways of doing that. So here's my tutorial project that we were working with. So I'm going to go down here, I'm going to go Team Share Project, just because I want to obviously pick up the local Git repository that was created when we cloned from GitHub. There we go, so that's created, and I've got a new master branch there. Let me go to the CloudBees Web XML here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a minor formatting change. Just save that just so that we can track that through the commit. And again, I'm going to come down here, team commit, and I'll just put format CloudBees web.xml. There we go, so I'm going to make that commit. There we go, you can see that happening there. And now what I want to do is to come down here, right click, team, and I'm going to do push to remote. Again, just be careful here. You want to push it to this one, the custom URI, which is the CloudBees Forge repository. Obviously that's the original GitHub repository from which we cloned right at the beginning of this example. There we go, add all branches spec, I'll click finish, and you can see that pushing up to the CloudBees Git repository right now. There we are, and we got the new master branch there. And don't forget, you can track the Jenkins builds via the CloudBees plugin, just like we did before. We can see that here, and you can see that CloudBees has already detected, the Jenkins has already detected that we've pushed that change up to the Forge, and it's queued up the job, waiting for an executor to be allocated from the CloudBees shared pool. There we are, you can see the Maven build is running now, and if I just click on the progress bar, I can actually see this build happening. So we'll just let that complete. Again, you can track this if you want in here in the Eclipse environment. Don't forget, you can right mouse and you can get the build history. You see you can get last build details. We haven't got one yet, so we won't see it. If I want to go straight to the page we were just looking at, I can open with a browser like that and so on. So lots of things I can do. Let's come back. You can see that we're just building up the artifacts in the repository now. So we'll just let this run through to completion. And again, don't forget that this is a very simple sort of Jenkins pipeline here, and in future recordings we'll look at much more, if you like, interesting things that we can do here with Jenkins. So that succeeded. You saw the success message at the bottom there. So we'll come all the way back up, and we can see that that's now completed. So what we've done is we've made our edits here, we've pushed it up to the remote, and that Jenkins job has automatically been kicked off, and we've got a successful build now. So what I'm going to do is let's just deploy this. I'm going to do this from here, and let me just show you exactly how we pick up the Maven profile and therefore the CloudBees environment when we're working here in the Jenkins console. What I do here is I'll give that the name of the application, and that's my Maven artifact ID and group ID, which is picked up automatically. And I can go down here to the advanced settings, which we weren't using before, but I do want this now because I need to make sure that I'm building this using the cloud environment profile. If you remember back to the CloudBees Web XML deployment descriptor, we had the two environment settings there that locally from Eclipse we were picking up using the Maven profiles. Here I can just go straight. CloudBees is controlling the whole process here, so I can just pick up that environment, the cloud environment, which makes sure that I'm working against the CloudBees hosted MySQL database. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I want to pick up the cloud environment. And what's nice is it will automatically save this, so that if I do a subsequent deployment, it will remember this, and whenever I'm deploying that application, it will use the cloud environment setting. So there we are. I'm going to do my deployment, and we'll see the messages here. So you can see that the application is being deployed. It's deployed by Jenkins. This is my account, and it's going to deploy this. This is the MP tutorial application with the cloud environment. So that's just a useful confirmation that we're building it with the correct environment. And now, of course, I could go to the CloudBees PaaS console. I can just refresh here, and I'm going to see my applications, including my new application here. And don't forget, this is the console. I could then go in and I could add in services from AppDynamics, WebSolar. We looked earlier at New Relic, Papertrail. I could use SendGrid, just incorporate those into my application like that. This is my new application which has been deployed. So let me just go to that one, and you can see here we've got the environment is the cloud, and there's the printout from the database, and of course we don't have Stockholm, if you remember from the previous one, just to confirm that we are working against the MySQL database, this one hosted in the cloud. And if we just go back to the PaaS console again, we could see the database there. That is the database we're working against. So that was our brief look at the how to use CloudBees with the Eclipse environment. We've gone through creating a project using the CloudBees Maven plugin and working directly from within Eclipse, how we can integrate with the cloud-hosted Git repositories, how we can use the CloudBees SDK and the plugins to control our local or cloud-managed builds, and all integrating with the Jenkins CI continuous integration build system. So the next step really is for you to go and try this out yourself. Please just go to cloudbees.com. You can sign up for free. You can do all the things I've shown you. They don't require any payment. You can just get yourself an account. You can build these applications, and then you can try it all out yourself. And again, if you want to pick up the sample project I've been working with here so that you can build this without having to write the code, just go to github.com, mqpritchard, and the project is Start CloudBees Eclipse. Thank you very much.